Welcome to EEMS 271. In this video, we will explain the graphical user interface for the modeling of unlimited algae and macrophyte groups in the water quality module. Let's get started. From EEMS 10.3, users can simulate an unlimited number of algae and macrophyte groups using EFDC+. This new feature enhances the model to better capture the diversity of phytoplankton present in waterways, and improves the accuracy of computing algal biomass. Suppose that we are building a water quality model and we have selected the kinetic module option and filled the parameters for nutrients. The next step is to assign parameters for algae and macrophytes. To do this, the user can go to the Biota tab and click on the Modify button from the algae and macrophyte options to bring up the options form. From the top of the algae and macrophyte options form, the user can input the number of algae and macrophyte groups that will be simulated. Click on the numeric up-down buttons to switch between the groups. The user can also give a name for each algae group. To give an example, we will edit the parameters for algae group 1. It is noted that algal parameters are classified into its kinetic processes and displayed in different tabs, including General, Growth, Basal Metabolism, and Predation. The General tab provides checkbox options, algae settling velocity, and stoichiometry parameters for the current algal group. Specifically, the silica active box is checked if the current algae group uptakes silica for growth. The effects of salinity on algae growth is considered if the salinity toxicity is checked. The Is Mobile box is checked by default and helps to distinguish between algae and macrophyte groups. If this box is unchecked, the current group is classified as a macrophyte. Hidden parameters in this tab, such as factor to modify phosphorus to carbon ratio, are only available to edit when the algae group is classified as a macrophyte. Parameters of algal growth process are displayed in the Growth tab. The growth parameters include the maximum growth rate, optimal depth for growth, phosphorus and nitrogen half saturation, among others. The user should pay attention that the two hidden parameters are available to edit when the silica active and salinity toxicity checkbox option in the General tabs are active. Most water quality processes are temperature dependent. Algal growth rate is also controlled by temperature. It increases with temperature until an optimum is reached, after which further temperature increases will inhibit growth. The parameters to define the temperature effects on algae growth can be defined through the optimal temperature options. Basal metabolism in the EFDC water quality module is the sum of all internal processes that decrease algal biomass and consist of two parts, respiration and excretion. Parameters for these processes are contained in the Basal Metabolism tab. In the Basal Metabolism tab, parameters in the General options include maximum basal metabolism rate and respiration oxygen to carbon ratio. Because algal matter is returned to organic and inorganic pools in the environment, the user can edit the fraction of returned nutrient components from basal metabolism nutrient fractions. It is noted that the sum of the fractions for each nutrient must be equal to 1. Algal and DOC excretion parameters include the fraction of algal DOC excretion and oxygen half saturation constant for DOC excretion. Finally, the effective temperature on basal metabolism processes is determined by the parameters in the optimal temperature options. Similar to the basal metabolism, algae also produces organic matter through the effects of predation. The parameters that characterize this process are introduced in the Predation tab. From this tab, the user can enter the maximum predation rate. Predation nutrient fractions are also grouped for each nutrient including carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and silica. The effective temperature on the predation process is only considered when the winter bloom box is checked. This option considers algae blooms in winter or other times of the year through the effects of temperature. Once the winter bloom option is active, the user can edit the parameters in the optimal temperature options. Now that the parameters of the first algae group are completely set up, the user can repeat this process for other algae groups in the simulation. Thank you for watching. You can find the link to the next video below.